Welcome back. Well, after a 2-year hiatus for travel and tourism due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the world is now seeing growth in demand among travelers around the world. However, the impact of the pandemic continues to linger, pushing the tourism industry to adapt. Metro Globe's Audrey Widodo has the full story.
At the start of March 2020, the world entered a global pandemic, with COVID-19 spreading throughout many countries. Cancelled flights, nationwide lockdowns spread fear all around the world. But now, after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic, tourism is starting back up again to inspire travelers, raise cultural awareness, and also boost economic growth. According to the latest UN World Tourism Organization data, international tourism has shown strong signs of recovery from January to July 2022, recovering 60% of pre-pandemic levels. As of September 19, 2022, 86 countries worldwide have no COVID-19 related travel restrictions. And many destinations, including Hong Kong, has eased their restrictions by removing hotel quarantine and hopes to welcome incoming travelers to the city.
Travelers around the world basically miss Hong Kong a lot, and Hong Kong has been a very major destination to a lot of global travelers. So I think we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then I think we can welcome back our visitors around the world.
With easing travel restrictions, demand in the tourism industry continues to recover. However, the sentiment to go or not to go still weighs heavily on people's minds.
Indonesians are the most daring to venture outside the home, with a very strong positive compared to pre-pandemic, right? Like 13% and 37% already more outside the home compared to pre-pandemic. But places like Singapore is still a little bit more cautious. We can feel that, and we can see that in the mobility report. So for example, I think Singapore, as of now, end of September, the level of mobility in recreational areas and parks is still at a negative, around -5 to -11, compared to pre-pandemic, compared to the baseline.
According to the latest Google COVID-19 Community Mobility Report, Indonesians have shown upward mobility trends from the baseline of pre-pandemic levels in January to February 2020 in the retail, grocery and pharmacy, workplace and residential sector, while mobility for public transport has decreased. Even though online banking has made it easier for Indonesian travelers in foreign countries to avoid currency exchanges, rising accommodation and airfares and the lengthy visa process has made many Indonesian travelers favor domestic travel over international.
We travel around Indonesia domestically, so I think it's good, yeah, because we save money and time and the stress for applying visa. Besides, Indonesia is good for the nature, the outdoor. Since after this pandemic, we all want to be outside.
With Indonesia hosting World Tourism Day in Bali this year, the mission to rethink tourism and prioritize the people and the planet first has paved the way for future developments to come in the industry.
The first line is about ensuring that tourism creates not just any job, but decent and good jobs. It is also critical to encourage linkages between tourism businesses and local suppliers, particularly local MSMEs.
However, amid the global economic instabilities, rising inflation, and post-pandemic recovery, the tourism industry continues to face many uncertainties.
How going forward, I think the only thing that the travel industry and traveler in general learn is the volatility of it. You can never know what will happen and how easily impacted traveling is to actual situation of the world.
Despite all these challenges, travel is part of life. It is a break out of the ordinary routine, a chance to experience something new, and has become even more valuable after the pandemic.
This is funny, you miss traveling is, it's like you miss something that's never happened before. So I cannot tell how it's like, but when I open my eyes and then I look at the ceiling and then I kind of think, where am I now? That's the best feeling I have, yeah.
But the impacts of COVID-19 are still unfolding. The changing landscape continues to drive the tourism industry to adapt and remain vigilant. For Metro Globe, I'm Audrey Widodo.